This is the opportunity of a lifetime for people that have businesses and brands out there. Email us right now at advertise@hiphopun.com and you will get an opportunity to put your brand right in front of each video that we do. And let me tell you, the prices are crazy affordable. You definitely can afford it. Email us right now, advertise@hiphopun.com. Do not wait. Well, two members of the Migos actually sat down with the Big Facts podcast and they actually addressed Offset's absence from the group and they made a shocking announcement about the Migos. Before I get to that little video clip from the Big Facts podcast, I'm going to leave the link in the description for the full podcast. You guys can check out the full interview. But make sure you guys hit the like button. And this video is sponsored and brought to you by hiphopun.com. That's hip hop, the letter UN.com for all your latest hip hop news. That link is in the description as well. All right, man. Here is Quavo and Takeoff talking about the status of the Migos. Rotate.
Speaking of just family, would there be more Migos? Would there be a culture for? Like, what kind of space? Where is that space? Do you think there'll be a culture for, or more music was said, or what kind of, like, where are y'all at with that space right now?
I just feel like we want to see our career as a duo, you know what I'm saying? Because, we just came from a loyal family, you know what I'm saying? Shit that's supposed to stick together. And, sometimes when shit don't work out, it ain't meant to be, so
family gonna be family though. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it be.
Yeah,
family gonna be family. That's just how it be. In the beginning, you can't even think clear or speak on shit like that.
Always fast.
I ain't trying to answer them any questions. Family
it.
gonna be family. It's just how it be. You be more hurt whenever it is. And it could be the simplest shit.
We don't know all answers, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? God know. And we ask, we pray a lot, And we tell them, whatever. If it's, post, whatever ain't right and however you supposed to see it fit. Like you put it back together, or however you do it, like we pray, so only time to tell. But we always family now. Ain't nothing gonna change. So
we just stand on loyalty, you know what I mean? We stand on real deal loyalty. And sometimes that shit ain't displayed. And this ain't got nothing to do with no label, no paperwork, no QC, no nothing. This got something to do with the three brothers and shit. That is what it is. Right now we gonna be the duo.
I was actually doing an interview on one of my old shows before I was even on YouTube, and the person I was interviewing was like, you know what? Anytime, he was talking about singers and rappers, he said every rapper should have a breakup clause. Every group should have a breakup clause because everything may be peaches and cream now, but at some point in time, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 years down the road, you're going to split. You're going to break up, especially if you have a lot of success. Now, I'll be 100% real with you. I don't know the 100% the reason why there's a split in the group, but I'm not buying it at all that it doesn't have anything to do with quality control and a label situation. My guess, I could be 100% wrong, and I think this is just one of the reasons, is that Offset doesn't want anything to do with that situation because of what he's going through right now with quality control in his solo career. In my opinion, he's probably not in the space to even want to make music with the Migos. Now, that's fine in my opinion because I just think that things like this take time to heal. Litigation goes on and things like that. And with the Migos, with the other two brothers there, you could tell that it's really all love. You could tell that it has nothing to do like with the brotherhood. The brotherhood is cool, but the business ain't. The brotherhood is cool, the business ain't. And we could sit back in a position to be like, man, them dudes is millionaires. What are they arguing about? But you want your just due. And I'm not saying that Offset didn't get his just due. You want your just due, and you want to, not just make enough money for you. The ideology is to make generational wealth. And I think these brothers did a great job of accomplishing that, or well on their way to accomplishing that. So, again, this has everything to do with quality control. This has everything to do with business. And sometimes groups just grow apart. I mean, look at the amount of success that the Migos had. I mean, the success that they had as a group. I mean, they pretty much, cause remember, the group concept was pretty much a dead thing. that was passed away, gone. R&B groups splitting up, rap groups splitting. You have very few groups that stay together, right? Now the Locks, I think they, got one of them, in my opinion, there's probably people out there more, but that they the first people that come to mind now in the hip hop genre that have stayed together through the thick and thin. But in my opinion, I don't think they had as much commercial success as the Migos did. The Migos blew it off the map, the amount of success that they had. So all you could do, hey baby, all you could do if you're them is just continue on with the duo, until later time comes, But Offset, I think there's a lot of bright things in his future. I think there's a lot of bright things in Amigos' future, and I think this is one of those things that's just going to take time. And we could be seeing the Migos being in the history books, being in the rafters, as one of the, definitely one of the most influential hip hop groups. I mean, if you talk about, the way they kind of revolutionized and changed hip hop forever. I mean, you got at least 1,000 Migos clones out there right now, from the dress, the look, the slang, the rap, the beats, all of that. They really took hip hop in a totally different direction. And sometimes you gotta just put your stuff on the board and walk off like Mike. I mean, I'm sure Mike could have won 8, 9, maybe even 10 championships, but he was satisfied with 6. He walked off. You gotta have your game 7. In Utah, down 2 points. You got the ball in your hands. You pushing off Russell, crossing him over, jumping up, boom, swoosh, you out of there. Sometimes when you try to come back and make something, what is really not, or force something, it can end up in a disaster. And I think that's ultimately where these guys are at right now. I think to them, they don't want to kind of force anything, because when they made as much great music as they made, I'm sure it was magical. Everything was magical. Everybody was on one accord. And like I said, put it in the rafters, maybe it. Now, I'm not saying they can't come back at a later date in time and put some classic stuff out there, possibly, but just let this thing kind of die down. Let people go their own way, kind of experience things, a different light, a different way. You gotta look at Offset with the Cardi B situation, and it's just a lot. But in my opinion, time will heal things, and you'll see them, I think, in the future probably come together and do something. I'm not ruling out them obviously coming back together as a group. That's on them. That's for them to look at it and say, okay, is it Michael Jordan time? Like, I'm going out on top. That's it. Or do we need to come back and put the number 45 on? It's your brother O Man, Hip Hop News Uncensored. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like I said, that video clip was brought to you by the Big Facts podcast. Please go check out that full interview, to hear more about what they said. I'm sure they talked about a whole bunch of other stuff, man. And again, this video is brought to you by hiphopun.com. That's hiphop, the letter un.com, for all your latest hip hop news. You have a good night, man. Peace.